needs support and he gets it. Up towards Schwartz. The Ox backs back into the pack. Couldn't take the mark. Robertson is waiting down, but he won't get a chance. Hardwick defends to the outer side. Only as far as McDonald. Now here's a chance for the D's with the player at Powell. Streaming towards goal. He shoots. And the Demons reply. Stephen Powell gets his first.
He's been a revelation this year, Stephen Powell, since crossing from the Bulldogs. Not just as non-baller, but as a goal kicker. And we know he kicked 3 or 4 last week. He's going to follow up now, this time on the right foot. Just fed in well off Anthony McDonald, it was, I think, handballing the ball inside. And, gee, he struck that ball beautifully. That'll certainly calm their nerves. They haven't been overawed by the start.
He's made a remarkable recovery from last week. Takes a chance, is hurled up. Here's Powell to kick his second, and he's done it. And the Demons are in front.
And I'll tell you what, the very first thing that Jeff Farmer did after Stephen Powell kicked the goal was go and tell Mark Johnson exactly about the error that he made. He gave him a push and shove in the chest and really got into his head. You can see the long kick coming in from Shane Woden. Should have been a free kick initially to Dustin Fletcher. David Neitz had the best handful of jumper you've ever seen. But Mark Johnson took the covering mark. Then the pressure comes in from Farmer. That was a great tackle. And then he turns around and tells him all about it.
4-6 plays 2-3. There's Woden out of the middle. Can the Demons reply? With just under 4 minutes remaining. Kicks up towards the forward line. Hardwick was a flyer, but he couldn't take the mark. Solomon's been good. Neitz tries to keep it back in play. He gives it over the back. Here's a chance for the reply, and they get it straight away from Green. The youngster's done it again. Brad Green has become a goal kicker during the finals, and he's enjoying it.
And there's so many important things happening at the moment. We've got Melbourne just staying in touch with the Bombers, and some of the young players who can contribute to getting an early touch, and that is going to stand them in good stead as the course of the game continues. Because, I mean, for him to get an early touch and kick a goal, and we know what he's capable of, it's just going to steady him down.
Big margin of the match so far. Out to 17 points. Demons need the next one. Wide over the top. Powell read it well. Powell from 60. Wobbly kick. Farmer was held on to. He's going to get a free kick. He was grabbed. So this wizard, this genius, as Johnston comes off for Simmons, gets his first shot at goal.
Well, from a Melbourne point of view, this is probably the most important kick of the day for Demons fans. Just for Jeff Farmer to register a goal to get his confidence up and start becoming a goal-scoring threat.
In golfing terms, it's a little 4-footer that you've sort of got to make, isn't it?
He's very worried about the players that are around to the side, and I don't know why.
It shouldn't be a gimme, and he's put it through. As you said, an important kick. The captain at one end gets his second, and then the big goal kick at the other gets it back.
Gee, there didn't look to be a lot in it. Didn't look to be a lot in it, but you take them when you get them, because there's plenty of times when you should get them and you don't.
Farmer gets his first. Well, this is the Wiz in action this year. He's booted 73 goals this year, the most ever by an Aboriginal.
But the Bombers are way on top here, and the Demons need something. Maybe their Brownlow medalists can do it for them. Woden's probing kick. Neitz has got it. He was fending off Fletcher, and I thought Hardwick had the run, and Neitz was able to take a very clever mark. Boy, does the captain need to kick the goal right now.
Bruce, quite frankly, this is the only way Melbourne can get back in the game. If they can't get the ball out the centre, just around the ground, they're being outgunned and outmanned. And if they can't get that quick transition in the forward line, it'll turn out to be pretty ugly, I'd reckon.
Just has to kick it, doesn't he? Won't get a better chance to bring the Demons back into it. He's put it straight through the middle. That'll settle him down a bit.
I'll tell you the interesting thing about this mark, and you called it early, Bruce. He had Dustin Fletcher out of position. Damien Hardwick could have come and approached the ball. He could have marked the ball, but have a look. He pulls his arms away at the last moment as though he hears a call. Have a look at the arms of Damien Hardwick. He just drops them. He doesn't even put them up. almost like he heard a call. There he is. He goes up and he drops the arms.
They need a very positive start. White jumps hard and gets over the top. Powell has been pretty good. Barnes got a hand on it. The Demons need some clean possession. Leoncelli down low, searching handball. Woden, a left footer, hooks it back. 2-4 forward. Neitz has a chance. Got him.
Touched off the boot. Touched off the boot.
It's play on. Farmer got a high tackle, free kick. He soaked it, Farmer. He did well. The umpire was a long way away.
Once again, they've got the ball out the middle, so they're a bit of a chance. It's when they don't get the ball out the middle and they've got to really go man on man around the ground. It just hasn't worked for them.
It's almost how the game started.
Yeah.
The first big jump to Jeff White, the good tap, the ball going forward. You can just see that was touched off the boot. And in the end, he was probably lucky to get it. He did play like he was looking for an Oscar, didn't he?
Well, you don't need me to tell you that he has to kick it. They've got to kick all of them, don't they, as they go forward. Can't miss any of them. Farmer from 45 metres. He's got it. He's kicked 2. Remember against Collingwood when he kicked 9 goals after half-time? It's different opposition, I know, but that's the best start possible. Neitz takes the mark. Farmer might have got a lucky free kick, but at least he kicks his second.
And as I said before, Jeff Farmer has kicked 2 goals from 3 kicks. At the end of the day, if he kicked 2 or 3, if the ball's not going to get down there.
Ricochets away from the boot towards Powell. He loses it. Kept in play by Robertson. He eludes 1, eludes 2. Gives it off to Woden, 60 metres from home. Big kick. Here they go again towards Farmer and Johnson.
Super mark. That is a super mark. He looked the least likely of the 4 to actually be in position to mark that. Johnson and Farmer were pushing and shoving at the back of the pack, and you had the back peddling Fletcher and Neitz, and he just imposed his body on the contest. He just leans back into the middle of all the traffic, takes them all with him, and takes a very strong 1 grab mark in front.
So the skipper gets a chance to kick his second. His only goal coming in the second quarter. "25 metres out." Neitz gets the goal. He gets his second, and Melbourne's second for the quarter. Jeff Farmer getting the other.
Well, they're working overtime to get their goals, the Demons. What they had to do is string 2 or 3 together. I mean, they can't undo all this hard work by letting the Bombers go straight back down the other end and kick an easy goal. You can just see that is a super mark from David Neitz.
Hasn't played badly, Neitz, has he? I mean,
he's caused trouble.
Enjoying the afternoon at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Barnes over the top. Mercedes, Hurd, still Hurd.
Oh, James.
He's gone. Yeah, good call.
He just took on 1 too many, I think.
Powell's actually kicked a goal. It won't count.
Well, you can see he was in some pretty heavy track. He evaded 1, 2, 3, and I think the 3rd or 4th caught him, and he didn't dispose of the ball correctly.
He had 3 prior opportunities. I think that was fair enough for holding the ball.
Well, you happy with that one, Mel?
Happy with that one,
boys.
Happy.
Settling down off the ball here.
And Bruce, while that was happening, Alessio left the ground. Lucas back on.
So they've been pretty accurate in this quarter, the Demons. Robertson, a goal kicker. Not an easy shot. Plugger and Dipper have talked about the conditions. 45 metres out. Pretty good kick. He's kicked it. They stay with a rough chance. They've just got to keep the scoreboard ticking over, don't they?
Excepting Essendon have kicked 3. They've kicked 3 this quarter.
I'm being very optimistic, I know, Matt.
Now got 2 in a row, Malcolm. Maybe they can set up some momentum.
Look, talk to me when they've kicked 4 in a row, all right? I reckon we'll start to get a bit anxious then.
They're the best second-half team in the comp, the Demons. They need a miracle, but they at least are going forward. Wind holding it up by Woden to White. Hardwick in hard. White looking to give it off. Lee coming from Robertson. Hard. Well, he dives, I think. I really think he took a dive.
In the end, though, there was probably no need for Mark Johnson to put the body on body. the ball was already going over the top.
Official attendance, by the way, is 96,249. Let's have a look. Well, so 96,249. Michael Lott coming from the ground as Robertson goes for goal, and he's got it, and there's a blue on. To Rigoni. Rigoni, big high ball. Now Powell's at the back here, got him. He was lurking late. He's drifted forward all year, hasn't he? Very successful. He's been able to get deep. He's kicked over 30 goals for a running midfielder. He's kicked a couple today.
And I would suggest Justin Blumfield will get a very warm round of applause as he comes off first goal.
So Blumfield coming off. Powell from point blank range kicks his third. So not a bad day's work for Powell. He hasn't let the side down, really. He's kicked three and had a fair bit of it.
Very dangerous early. I mean, in the first quarter, he was particularly good. This is a good leap and mark.
And eventually it comes back to Powell. It's a tired Melbourne outfit now, who eventually buy into Schwartz. It's a tired Melbourne outfit as Woden goes to the bench. Farmer will shoot for goal as Ben Beams comes back out onto the ground. He was a late inclusion into this lineup today at the expense of Cameron Bruce. Woden's year, and what a year it has been, is over. Farmer for number 3. It hasn't been the Wizards' day, but he's got his third.
And once again, we talked about him earlier. You know, I mean, 3 goals, not many opportunities.
No.
So, I mean, he hasn't had any gifted balls at all, really. That's his really only gift that he's got for the day. So he's battled on manfully.
He has tried very hard, Malcolm, considering the supply has been very, very dry.
Yeah.
But in a brilliant year, man.